All right, and we're back, cats and kittens. I had to take a brief break. Papa Cat Gamer needed some help with Christmas lights, so we went out while it's still light out and relatively warm compared to the rest of the day, right? And so we were looking at, actually we had queued for a dungeon, so let's redo that. All right, we were in the middle of getting items, or at least looking on the market board, because sometimes it's cheaper on the market board, sometimes it's cheaper to buy it from the vendors, and it may very well be cheaper to buy it from the vendors because they're only a few hundred gil a piece. No items there. Bird's beak. See, I did a partial search, or parcel match, so I don't need to type the entire name. So, why would you... This is a great example of why you should always look to see if there's a shop selling price on the tooltip. Because here somebody's selling it on the market board for 200, but you can see from the shop selling price that it's only 511. All right. Now you could arguably buy this high quality one because you get more seals when you turn in a high quality item. And sometimes it can make paying the extra worth it. But I'm not in any rush to level crafting because we've got quite a while to get through endgame. So I'm just gonna buy the normal quality. Crafting the items directly will definitely get you a lot of XP. Doing lev quests. Those will also get you quite a bit of XP. All right, so that's a nice way of doing it. The bone necklace. There's 4,000 there. Somebody's selling for 10 million. Name and kill me, please. Nice. So it's 4,000 on here, and it's like a fraction of that at the 156 at the vendor. So let's not buy it off the market board. Sometimes it's cheaper on the market board, which is why I always check. See, there's a high quality one for only 20. So, yeah, that's a no-brainer. We're going to buy that one. Thank you to Waters, Retainer Waters. Antidote. This sells for 39 at the vendor, and it's, you know, this guy's charging 8. Go ahead and buy that. I might have to turn in antidotes again later on. All right, you can see the quantity 90, right? Shop selling price is 29. They're selling it for 199. Let's not. Sometimes people will actually buy it off the market board just to get it done quickly because they don't want to pay for it, or they don't want to go to a culinarian to go buy it, right? Obsidian. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Fairy apple. There's no shop selling price, so I'm going to go ahead and get these. I could go look it up, but I've got enough gil I can do that. Now, this is 9,000 for one of these. I'm really not too worried about fishing because I can do ocean fishing to level my fisher very quickly. Birdsbeak hammer, that is a blacksmith item, primary tool. Skillet, I need culinarians. Alright, so the only weapon I need is feathered harpoon is item level 12. Disciple of War. Birdsbeak hammer is level 14. Amateur skillet's level 12. Okay. Birdsbeak hammer. Amateur skillet. And you can see the quantity you have. All right. So I have that. So I only need to buy these 2 other items of the roasted nopales. Let's go back to Limsa. We are still 22 in line. So there's things you can do like this while you're waiting for a queue so that you're just not standing around doing nothing. Number one, it's not fun unless you're chilling out in Limsa Lominsa and just, you know, watching the crowd, because people watching can be fun too. And checking out glamours. I mean, some people are super talented at creating different combinations of items, and they just look terrific. So we gotta go up to the F castle to turn this stuff in. Let's do that. See, you see you had 2 options here, okay? You could turn in the high quality one or the normal quality. I'm turning in the normal quality one. So that's how you know you got the option. Right. Let's see what we got in the way of a challenge log, maybe? PvP fates. I need to do 2 more fates. We might zip out the middle and Osea and do those real quick. Love quests. I could do 5 of those. Crafting and gathering. Successfully gather 100 items, which does not take long, by the way. Catch 30 fish. I could do that with one ocean fishing. Grand Company I've already done. Retainers. I don't think I'll get that done for this week, so I'm not going to start it now because it's reset on Tuesday. What else can we do on our challenge log? Gold Saucer. Complete 3 minigames. Others, I think Eureka and probably Boja. Would be my guess. We're still number 9 in the queue, so let's... Middle Enosia has fates that pop up pretty quick. Here's one that just spawned not too long ago, and will be super quick to do. Gonna summon my chocobo. These can be, they can pack a punch if you accidentally over aggro them. We want our yellow jackets to survive. You're mine. All right. Shearing is carrying. We're probably not going to be able to get that one done in time. We are number 1 on the list, so I'm not sure if I want to run all the way over there because I think it'll start before I can. I think the duty will pop before I can finish that one. See, my miner is level 14, so we'd have to go to a point where we got level 14 items. And again, I don't want to go do that right away. It's really hard when you're like number 1 in the queue because you have no idea when it's going to pop. And it could be a while, it could be not a while. I'm going to go back into Limsa. This will probably get me to level 45, which will get me to the next job quest, actually. And we can continue our adventures trying to find Estinian, which would be fun. And we're fairly close to the Bard one, too. Very, very, very important. I probably said this a few times now. Very important to keep your job quest up to date, especially if you're a tank or healer. It's really important for DPS, but it is especially important for tank and healers. Number 1, if you're a healer, you got to have the best heal skills you can get. For tanks, you really need to have those mitigations. So is some of those you can only get by doing those job quests. So keep those up to date. As soon as you get to the next level where you can get one, go do them. Okay? You will thank yourself. When you get to level 30, make sure you get your job stone. I was in a dungeon the other day. No, it was an alliance raid, and which where you had 24 people, 3 groups of 8, and the guy in there he wasn't even a paladin, he was still a gladiator, he's level 50 gladiator, and obviously if he's gotten to the alliance raid, he's actually gotten through the entire Realm Reborn thing, and he had not. Either he hadn't gotten his job stone yet, or he hadn't equipped it. So the poor guy was dying all the time because some of those skills only come with when you equip your job stone. They aren't they aren't available unless you have the job stone on. All right, come on, DPS, come on. Unfortunately, I cannot eat an egg for XP boost while I'm waiting for this leveling roulette. There we go. I always type hi in party chat. Make sure you have your party chat on. Our healer is watching the cutscene. Somebody said not my DMV picture. Okay, we're living dangerously. Protect your healer. I have no AoE skill right now. Die, you little son of a gun. He's gonna figure out we gotta go get the key. There you go. The key is over with this. I'm not sure if our tank is using his AoE skill that does damage. Because you really need to do that to gather all the enemies. Gather up all the enemies. So it's possible, you know, sometimes that happens. You got new tanks. I didn't want to hit that life surge before that skill. There's a chest up top there, but there's nothing we need to go up there for, and the loot's honestly not worth it. There we go, tank. I did a stun on him, but unfortunately, as soon as you hit him again, he's not stunned. But it was enough to slow him down, so Brayflox could run away. If Brayflox dies, you actually fail that boss. So keep this Tempest Beast off of him. Thank you, tank. A poor tank. I don't think he knows yet what to do. Okay. I don't mind too much if I get hit, because I've got some mitigations. I've got second wind available. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it for very long, but I can survive ever so briefly until the tank picks him up. We don't have to worry about looking away, but in general, you would want to. Because at higher levels, that is not a conal skill, it's like a huge area skill. Alright. Our black mage is not helping matters by jumping in before the tank has gotten their business going. Their aggro going. A lot of times tanks are like, if you can actually hit this queer bubble, by the way. You have to get yourself out. A lot of tanks are, if you pull it, you tank it. And they will let you die. It's not the nicest thing to do, but you shouldn't be pulling aggro before the tank either. Whoop, let's get a... was mean. Oh, hi, Jakey. Hi, buddy. You gonna come join me? Come on. He wants to get up in my lap. Come on. Come on. All right. Oh, okay. He did not. He does not need to go down there, but all right. We want to get out of that AoE corner. And here we are at the end. Oh, both our tank and our healer are new. Okay. You do not need to wait until your skill comes off cooldown to hit it. You can hit it. You can set up your game so that you can hit the button slightly ahead of when the cooldown comes off, and basically put it in the queue to fire as soon as it's available. You happy puppy, pussycat? Hmm? One out of that. All right. I got the loot because I was the last one out. So I automatically got it. You gonna hop down now? Hmm? You're a good pussycat. Yes, you are. I already had a long stop lance, but I think I have better now. Yeah, mine's level 44. This is a mile. I think the long stop bow is not as good as what I got either. You gonna come here? You gonna climb up again? Why'd you get down if you didn't want to stay, huh? Yes, you... Oh, I know. I love you too. Well, come on. I don't know if you guys can hear him purring. I think he's a little worried about the noise outside. Hubby's putting Christmas lights up, and the ladder's noise is right outside, and I think Jakey's a little nervous about that. He's a timid cat. Battle Mages Krakow. And that's a Disciple of Magic item. That, you know what? I'll save that. Let's go see if we can get one more fate out in Middle Enosia. Because I think that might be enough to put me over to the top. Wonder if that counted. Yep, that counted. All right. It was an underwhelming reward, though. All right. We have to go to Kurthus. That's in White Brim, if I remember right. Yeah. I'm going to go to Camp Dragonhead. The weather outside says blizzards. Oh, okay, I see where Ormvale is. I may very well make a trip down there and then go into Mordona to unlock that Aetheryte too. All right, since I got to go down that way anyway. We got, no, we actually did make 45. Oh. They're down? Ah, okay. Way over there. All right. think they must be inside. Let's talk to Os 4. The Holy See has decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Halone's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Let's see what Patrick has to say. Under Inquisitor Guillaume's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. That's a little disturbing. Oh, boys. Inquisitor Guillaume, I haven't the foggiest of whom you speak. Unbeliever. Aye, we have learned of your deeds at Witch Drop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you've hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. We have to talk to her again? Must be up top. Jolo? Inquisitor Guillaume. Yes, of course I know of him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to White Brim Front, several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the night's watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the halls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveler, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I have lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor Guillaume rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, sir, and I hope to one day repay his kindness. My toes have all grown black and cold. That's, ugh. Elfino shivers. In case you have yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. Well, go get yourself a coat, Elfino. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind, as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we've wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind, our journey is almost at an end. All that requires is to deal with the irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you have been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Even so, I am beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Gav. Mayhap they will provide insight into Inquisitor Guillaume's motivations. Actually going to switch to Bard. Ooh, we get a level 40 weapon coffer. I wonder what level is that? Elfino appears to be in deep thought. Something troubles me about that wounded knight's account. He claims he felt chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate. Yes? But the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived in Whitebrim Front, I've seen no travelers arrived by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. That would imply that the Inquisitor came from north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Joello is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behavior that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhap retracing his steps will shed light on this mystery. Search the area outside Whitebrim Front for clues. Let's see what there is to see out here. Ah, I see where we gotta go. Okay. I probably could jump down there, but it's probably safer not to. This is a bit of a hike. Wonder if I can go out that way. No. No. No egress that way. Mm-hmm. Something down this way. Oh, I see danger. Run with me, friends, towards the danger. Oh my. I see a dead dragon here. Oh, an Inquisitor corpse. Huh. Bloody encyclical. The scroll contains what appears to be an official papal appointment to the position of Inquisitor. That's not good. That explains how he could stay awake for days, too. Suddenly that makes a lot of sense. He's not who he says he is. You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you have just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guillaume. Newly come to Kurthus and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity, or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Gav, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. Alright. Alfino is determined to discover Inquisitor Guillem's true identity. Since Lord Drillmont has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of the two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap that is the only way left to us. Confront Sir Joalot with the evidence you discovered and see if it helps him to recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the enterprise. Alright, we're going to leave it here for a bit so I can make dinner for the family. So, Mama Cat Gamer is signing out for a little while. Looks like we have an instance quest, so we're going to do solo duty. House Durandare Knight. Good to have you with us, sir. When Lord Drulmont arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we will need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? Yep. Ooh, I'm only level 43. This is level 44 quest. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Haloni's halls. Only the wicked... But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Haloni. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drulmont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain. I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Guillaume and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Grave allegations indeed, but you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Drulmont. My conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You, whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade. You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drulmont, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravanian fang and claw. All right. Rotten meat? Ugh. That's not what I meant to do. Ooh, we went out those for sure. You see, heretic, you and your allies are no match for the might of Ishgard. Come, my brother, grant me the strength to smite our enemies. Ooh. I am reborn. Turned into a dragon. Stand your ground, 'tis but an illusion. Maybe not. A dragon stands before you, yet you still do not flee. Nope, because we're not big-ass chickens. Kill the wyvern. My glamour's dispelled. Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall the many Ish guardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, Whitebrim Front shall fall. Dromont says, defiant to the last, leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves naught better. Gav, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. But rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your airship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray, visit me at Whitebrim Front, and bring your associates. Oh. That was mean. Planting me right in front of a croc. Really? Let's go back to Whitebrim. Oh, we must talk to Elfino again. Where have you been, Gav? The false Inquisitor has been slain, has he? Ah, yes, well, his was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we have secured the Enterprise. Elfino is eager to enter the Stone Vigil. As I am sure you will agree, it is past time we entered the Stone Vigil. Pay Lord Drumont a visit and remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow anon. All right, here's Lord Drumont. We owe you all a debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inspector Guillaume would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocents. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand, it seemed too much to hope that the scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived, to say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Elfino, well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Why, such an ass here. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course. It is the very least I can do, given all that you have done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravanians that now hold the ruin. Dromont says, in part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we have been able to ascertain, it is still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served as a Dravanian foothold in Kurthus, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have as yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change. Or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Drillmont, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail in any event. We have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Ishgardian aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathlin of your impending visit. May Haloni guide you, scions. Does he have anything else to say? I trust you will not discuss the events which transpired at Snowcloak too openly. The heretic is dead, and the lords of the high houses know of your deeds. That is what matters. Alright, in pursuit of the pass, Lord Drillmont confirms that according to Ishgardian records, the Enterprise was indeed seized by the troops garrisoned at the Stone Vigil shortly after the calamity. However, it has now been some time since the outpost fell to the dragons, and he cannot vouch for the airship's preservation or even its presence. Though it may all be for naught, you have little choice but to search the ruins. Regardless, make your way to the entrance to the Stone Vigil, which stands to the northwest of Whitebroom Front, and speak with Sir Nethelin to gain admission. Alright, so we go to the northwest. I love the organ music in this area. It's just really nice. Alright, Sir Nethlin. Hail, Gav. Lord Drumont has apprised me of this situation. You may enter the Stone Vigil whensoever you will. Let's enter the Stone Vigil with a party of NPCs. It'll take us a little longer. But it'll be okay. Let's make sure we got our highest gear on available. Yep. All right. It was kind of scary there for a moment. Alright, I'm gonna eat one more egg. Alright. Alright. My goal is to keep my songs up as much as possible. We have to go into this building here. I'm gonna dot everybody we can. All right. So then we come over this way. I mean, we could go in some of these rooms, but we might aggro some enemies. But, you know, we got time to explore, so we may as well, right? We're gonna, let's dot all these guys and make this battle go faster. So... oh, yeah. Oh, he's still got me. That's like no fair. I'm about ready to lose that. Just about ready to lose that procced straight shot there. I had a little timer on it and I wanted to use it before I lost it because it does quite a bit of damage. All right, we are up to our first boss fight here. Chudo Yudo. Okay. Let's do it. We want to stay behind him. Oh, he resisted that heavy. Okay, so now that we know that, we don't have to spend time using leg graze. We want to stay out of the way of that swinge. And again, stay out of the way of swinge. All right, we leveled up. Yeah. there's nothing to see in here, so I'm going to ignore that. I don't need the treasure in there. That's a nice little book, by the way. And that is for a summoner, so I'm going to put that in my armory chest. Because I will be playing summoner. Oh, good. He didn't get me this time. All right. Excellent. 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 Tanks, if you're in a party with actual, like, real players, the tanks are going to pull bigger. Okay. Although this is kind of a tricky dungeon because the healers don't have a lot of their super good healing skills yet. And it's really easy to get in over your head. All right. And that's part of the reason I'm not pulling big here, because I'm not... The NPCs are pretty good, but they're not super good, you know? Oh, let's see what else is in here. I got a little treasure coffer in here. Too far away. I wonder what I got there. That's a Disciple of Magic item. We'll save that. Alright, Carrier Ziz. If you have a bunch of ice sprites in the group, that you really want to kind of prioritize them, unless you got an Avis. Avi you want to kill pretty quickly too. Alright, we come to our next boss fight. It's Koshel. Gonna dot him up. Trying to get out of that poo. Unlike our conjurer. Alright. See these tornadoes? You can stand right in this lane right here and avoid all of them. If you get hit by them, they send you flying up in the air. Like that. And they do a fair bit of damage, so don't do that to yourself. And they'll do a little bit of a stun, too. I did do some damage with that heavy shot. Good. So he spawned another typhoon, so we're going to see tornadoes again. And you watch and see. They move slow enough that you can just move to the middle in between them, and then we're going to move back in between the next set. And there you go. Oh, he resisted that. Ooh. Didn't see that the first time. Okay, he's spawning Typhoon again. So you notice the tank was standing in the position over there. That's usually where the tank will stand in general. Oh, we don't want to be in that. Well, let's again see which... And you can see the NPCs moved automatically also. So that's a pretty good way to figure out where you gotta go. All right, very nice. See if we got anything good. Let's do an item comparison. This Vigil Quaff is a tank item, so I'll put it in our inventory. Might use it, might not. I don't know. All right, let's go on. Actually, that's not too bad looking either. If a little bit chilly for this climate. His chest is half open there. Looks pretty good in that. Here I'm reassigning gear while we're in the middle of battle. Oh, we knocked those down pretty nicely. You know, it's kind of interesting that the lamp is still burning after all this time. Oh, and there's booze left behind. Who would do that? I mean, that's the first thing you take when you're raiding something. All right. Start him up. Okay, so we got 3 Dragon Avi here. See that? I can target them from this list over here. All right. Here we are, come to the last gate. Look, it's the Enterprise, says Alphino. Sid, yes, just beyond that enormous sleeping dragon. Probably isn't going to be sleeping much longer. The dragon is not our concern. We've come for the airship and only the airship. Sid, you and I will sneak aboard the Enterprise and prepare it for launch. Gav, you stay here and keep an eye on the beast. If it wakes, we may need you to provide a distraction until we are ready to depart. You can manage that, can't you? Just a little snot-nosed kid, man. It's just... Alphino is something else. That settles it then, shall we, Sid? Thanks, Alphino, for volunteering me for the dangerous part. Sid, as you command. Even Sid's not liking this teenager telling him what the hell to do. Uh-oh. So, you mean to slay Garuda next? Interesting. Most interesting. And you are aware that her strength greatly exceeds that of your previous primal conquests, a testament to the fanatical devotion of her followers. The Ixal are nothing if not zealous. In spite of your past achievements, I labor to believe that you will best this foe. Yet only a fool would underestimate the great bringer of light, slayer of Ifrit, bane of Titan. If any mortal is capable of defeating the Lady of the Vortex, it is you. Win or lose, the battle should at least make for an interesting spectacle. Assuming, of course, you live that long. Oh, thanks, La Habrea. Alfino, the dragon! Confound it all. Let us see how well your blasphemous gifts serve you this time, Crystal Bearer. All right, we need to be careful with this one. You think? Ah, he didn't. All right. So he puts down this ice damage path, so we want to stay out of the way of that for sure. I'm surprised he doesn't resist the heavy. Definitely want to stay behind him because he has that frost breath conal. Okay, he's going to go up in the air again. I don't know if we're going to get to 2 bars of limit break or not. Ooh, the thaumaturge still got a hit there. We went out of that. Oh no, I thought Thaumaturge died. Right, let's try this again. Okay. Fortunately for us, he stayed in the same area. I'm going to lose my procced straight arrow. Thanks, dragon. I'm watching that LB bar very closely. Oh, you son of a gun. You went up in the air. You don't have to walk very far out of it. Oh no, our conjurer died. Fortunately, this guy is almost dead. Wonder if a thaumaturge can raise him. Probably not. Oh, that was evil. right. Gotta have that joy earwiggle. All right. Very nice. He's level 45. Got some visual boots. Let's see if they're any better. Item comparison. Yeah, actually, they're quite a bit better than what I got. All right. We're going to equip it. I got a blue dragon card. Nice. We're going to use that. See, this card dropped because I had done the quest in the Gold Saucer to unlock Triple Triad. This actually looked pretty good there. Kind of Puss in Boots-ish, but okay. Sadly, I cannot change the color of them. See if we've got a story cutscene. And we got another crystal. We only need one more. Alfino says, Gav, are you all right? Speak to me. "12 be praised. I feared the beast that injured you. I see now why the others rated you so highly. When you were caught in the midst of that etheric bubble with the dragon, I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thanks for the faith in us, Alfino. No problem there. Thank the gods for sparing me that inconvenience. Oh, well, a death to me, a little inconvenience to you. I've quite enough to do already. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cause you such trouble. Jeez. Which reminds me, Sid is working on the Enterprise as we speak. Let us go and see what he has to say." "What say you, Sid? Will she fly?" "Yes, though it will not be a pleasant ride." "Well, I dare say it will be no more unpleasant than staying here. 'Tis a pity the Enterprise is not in a better state, but if she will allow us to quit this place, I shall not complain. If all are in agreement, let us return to Gridania. Though I should like nothing more than to set course for the Howling Eye, it is plain the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. She must needs be repaired if we are to proceed with our mission." All right, yeah. This is all so familiar. I know this airship. If I could just... it's no use. Let's go. Keep your hands inside the ride at all times. Stow your cargo and luggage in the overboard compartments. Here we are in Gridania. What does Sid have to say? When I look at her, I feel as though I've come home. I can think of no other way to express it. Elfino says, how I have longed for the more agreeable climate of the Twelveswood. Yet I will not deny the Holy See had its charms. Endless detours aside, our Ishgardian jaunt proved quite an adventure. Alas, our work is far from done. We still have an airship to repair and a primal to slay. No rest for the heroic, eh? Mount speed in the Kurthus Central Highlands is increased. Thank you, Jesus. Why do you tarry, Gav? Our work is not yet finished. We must press onward until the Harpy Queen lies broken at our feet. All right, Sid appears to be deep in thought. It calms me to look at her, says Sid. It's as though I've been reunited with a part of me I never knew was missing. Hardly surprising, said Elfino. You did design and build her. I bear good news. The Seedseers have granted our request to house the Enterprise. We may take as long as we require to repair her. Of course, it would be rank folly to take one moment more than we require. Garuda, lest we forget, grows stronger by the hour. If we are to have any hope of wresting this benighted realm from her talons, it must needs be soon. Though I am no expert on the workings of airships, it seems plain to me that the Enterprise suffered much from her time in the wilderness. Am I not correct, Sid? Sid says, you are. Frankly, it's a miracle she carried us this far. As you know, the Howling Eye is encircled by a raging tempest, apt to turn proud trees to matchwood. Our battle will end before it begins if the Enterprise cannot weather the storm. Sid says, given time, I believe I can fully repair her. But if this tempest is as fearsome as you say, even that may not be enough. Elfino says, confound it, there must be a way to brave the fury of the elements. Sid says, the elements? But of course, that's it. We work upon the elements itself. Using the power of a corrupted crystal, we could clear a path through the storm and spare the Enterprise a battering. I see. You propose to utilize the properties of a crystal to alter the elemental aspect of the barrier. It seems so childishly simple in retrospect. No wonder you didn't think of it. Though, hey, mayhap not to you, Gav, we speak of the manifestations of over-aspected ether that can be found throughout Eorzea. Thanks. Thanks again, Alfno. Appreciate your support. Since the calamity disrupted the land's etheric currents, such crystals have become comparatively commonplace, which has been a cause of great woe, as they are known to warp etheric energies, including those of living organisms. Sid says, the point is, we could theoretically use a corrupted crystal to convert the wind-aspected ether comprising Garuda's barrier into ether of another aspect, one she cannot control. With certain modifications, the Enterprise should be able to deliver us to the Howling Eye in comfort, however hard Garuda blows. Elfino says, but we are getting ahead of ourselves. All of this rests upon our ability to procure a crystal with the necessary properties. Have you any idea where we might acquire one? No, but I know a man who might, a scholar by the name of Lambertin, who resides in Camp Drybone. Strange as it may sound, I met him during my time at the church. Well, Marcus met him, I suppose. Whether out of pity or for want of a more willing listener, he would talk to me for hours at a time about his etheric studies, corrupted crystals being his pet subject. It was as a result of these conversations that poor Marcus was observed to possess an uncommon knack for theoretical science. Gav, I need you to return to Thanalan and seek out the scholar. Sid and I will set about repairing the Enterprise in your absence. All right. Sid says, when I look at her, I feel as though I've come home. I can think of no other way to express it. Alphino has... Oh, yeah, okay. Why do you tarry? The house that death built. All right, how do I get out? Do you wish to leave the landing area? Yes. Mother Mune, small talk. Does she have anything new? A pleasure to see you return, Gav. How fare you on your adventures? I must say you've come quite far since you first walked through these doors, unknown and untested. Yet hardly a day goes by that I don't hear your name on the lips of our patrons. Well, that's kind of cool. All right. And we're going to call it here for today, cats and kittens. As always, if you want to see more, hit like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications. I'm pulling up our cat jokes as we speak. All right, here's one for you. Our mama cat joke. How did the cat comic know he was funny? The audience was yowling with laughter. Yowling with laughter. All right. And on that note, cats and kittens, Mama Cat Gamers signing out. You all have a great one.